In my neighborhood, we can use art as a part of healing. Bridgehaven does it. They do it all the time. And they're joining me here today, Stuart Bridgman, who is the president and CEO of Bridgman, and also April Jeffries is joining me. She is an artist and also part of Bridgehaven, and these paintings that you see in front of us are yours. These are beautiful.
Thank you.
I love your shirt, too. You talk about art. That's just gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
So how long, I mean, I look at all of this, all the beautiful details you all can see in the paintings. How long have you been doing this?
I've been painting since I was about 2 years old.
Really? And you just thought this is, I mean, have you ever been taught, or this is all?
I have taken classes at U of
Okay.
L. I do have formal training, but I was painting and drawing and sculpting before I even went to U of L.
When you get in this place of making these beautiful things, like for me, each one certainly brings a feeling. And that's what art does, I think. You know, you get to get your own experience. But does this take you to a different place?
Yes, especially if I'm having a really stressful day. I can paint or draw, and it gets me out of that terrible mode and into something more beautiful.
So, Stuart, explain to us art as a part of healing. It's going to be Saturday, April 30th, 1 to 3, right at 950 South 1st Street. You're going to have, I don't know, over 400 pieces of painting, clay work, jewelry, local vendors, just all kind of different things. Talk about art as a part of healing.
Art as a part of healing has been around for over 20 years, and we started it because as an art therapist, we realized that we had such great art. We wanted to share it. Our members thought that their art would see themselves as vocational. It's vocational what they do, but also what we do is therapeutic. And so we wanted to differentiate the therapy from the vocation. So we set up a carved out part of our program space to say, hey, let's do an opportunity to do art as part of healing. Sometimes we bring in guest artists. This time we had students that were really interested in painting and said, we're going to do painting as our theme. And so they've been working with our members for the whole semester to create lots of different art with the idea that we knew that this artwork was going to be sold. And so it's a fantastic opportunity to show what happens at Bridgehaven every day, for people to come in and see our program. And I think it's so much more special when you can talk to the artist and hear their story about each piece and what it means to them. There's a story that goes with each piece of artwork.
Well, there's a story, I think, that goes with just about everything in life. And we can't assume that we know that story. And you brought something up, Stuart, that I didn't even think about. Art as the vocation, but then art as the therapy. And you were kind of separating those. What do those mean to you? Art as therapy and then art as a vocation?
Well, art as a vocation, I don't really focus on as much as the therapy part.
Yeah. Are you giving more of yourself in the therapy part, do you think?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I do have formal training as a graphic designer, so I do know art as a vocation. But I've been disabled for several years now, and this allows me to feel like I'm being productive.
And what does that make you feel like? How important is that to you?
Oh, it's very important.
Yeah. Talk a little bit, Stuart, about what Bridgehaven does. You all do a lot of work to make us better in this community.
We're a psych rehab program, and we help people exercise their mind. So people with a severe persistent mental illness, such as schizophrenia or bipolar disorder, major depression, PTSD, they can come to Bridgehaven and exercise their mind, and we can help them learn the skills that they need to manage their symptoms. We have peer supports and show people with lived experience so that they can gain the insight from other people about how they've managed their mental health, and we can just help people get back out in the community doing things that they want to do. This is just part of we always talk about illness, but there are many strengths that our members have, and this is a chance for us to show the strength side of these diagnoses.
Well, why are we so afraid of that? Like, how did that get to be? How did that get to be? Because we will talk about diabetes and we'll talk about cancer and all kinds of different things. But then when you talk about an illness of the mind, it's all of a sudden like, well, no, we can't go there. Let's shut that down. I'm not telling you about that. How did we even get there? And do you think we're getting out of that? Because over the last 2.5 years, it's been rough.
It's been rough. So there's been so much stigma. There's hundreds of years of stigma. Actually, art therapy started in Louisville, Kentucky in 1969.
Like the actual art really?
Yes, the whole profession started here in Louisville in 1969. And it's just like every year, I mean, with fMRI, there's just so much more we've learned about the brain in the last 20 years that we just didn't know before. We have so much more skills and tools to help people that we never had before.
And it's important. We need to do this. Okay, it's Art as Part of Healing, Saturday, April 30th. They have got, again, over 400 pieces of art of all kind. Local vendors are going to be there, like Garden Girl Foods, love her dearly, My Old Louisville, Kentucky Truck, NAMI, Pete Foundation, Old Louisville Flower Studio. I know I'm missing some of them. If you want to know more, you have to come out. Okay, April, I am giving you the opportunity to give the last ask here and just invite everybody to come.
All right. Everybody come and look at all the spectacular artwork that these great people have done in their journey of recovery.
There you go. That couldn't have been better than that. I appreciate you more than you know. All right, everybody, hang on. It is Dasha Barbers. When we come back, we'll tell you all about them and their big announcement. Stay with us.